YouTube. Maybe. There we go. We should be in here. You guys should see everything. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys are doing live and well today. Today we're going to be hanging out with 420 Things Grow. We're going to learn a little bit about his history, and should be a good time. Let's go ahead and bring him on right away. Hello, hello, we're not going to waste any time. Yo, what's up, my dude? Well, today we're going to be hanging out with.
You're bringing me on already?
I'm bringing you on already. We're just going to do live and low. We're not jumping. We're not going to do a bunch of stuff. Bring him on right away. We're just going to actually get into it and start talking. Because I'm kind of boring by myself. I'm gonna be honest. But no, we wanna get to know you. This is about you, not just about me. It's about getting to know who you are. But welcome. This is the first Nerds and Herbs podcast, so it's gonna go poorly and good at the same time. That's just what happens on your first run, right? But obviously, you guys know who he is a bit. That's 420 Things. We've become friends in the last couple months, and I decided that, hey, what a better time to do this than right fucking now. So
yeah,
I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people about yourself. Tell them what you do and how you got here a little bit.
Yeah, how I got here. My mom and my dad. Okay, they started having kids, and I was the pleasant surprise, apparently. And I said, "Oh, the mistake, eh? Echo? What? Panero's saying there's an echo? How is there an echo, Panero? There is no echo. Maybe there is, but it ain't on my end. So I was the youngest of five, so I was always the loudest. I was the baby of the family, right? So again, that's me in a nutshell. And then how did I get here on YouTube? Well, of course my freaking heated knife is dead. I decided that I like YouTube for a lot of things, and when I want to go find something out, I go to YouTube, and I was getting into growing at a new point in time where their LEDs were like a thing. LEDs weren't a thing when I helped my buddy grow back in the day. I've always grown. I've worked at a golf course all my childhood. I knew how fertilizer and growth worked. So he asked me to help him. I did. That was back. He was doing like a 300 or 400 watt HPS in his basement. I was helping him. We did some cool things. But then when I started to grow, because I'm like, I need to, there's a bit of an echo too. I can hear it myself. I don't know if it could come through on the thing, but nerdy kind of guy is going to figure that out as we go. I like I said, I was like, I got to look at these LEDs, man. They're cost effective. They're less heat. They're less this. They're less that. And my government was selling me my medicine, and that medicine was extremely overpriced, extremely underqualitied, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I helped Buddy do it 5 years ago or 10 years ago, whenever it was. I'm like, I'm going to do it again. Got the wife's permission, because that's always a thing, and started going to my basement, and I bought this light, and I didn't want, everyone was doing these quantum boards, and I'm like, oh, quantum boards, these sound fancy. So I'm like, oh, HLG has them for a lot of money. And I'm like, dude, I can go buy an HPS for way cheaper than this. I said, but then I go, nah, let me see. Found them in China direct, and I bought one from whatever, I don't know, I think it was Alibaba, I think is what it was. I think is where I ended up going with. But it was like direct from the company, and I got it shipped over. I had to pay some sort of import fees from China. It took like a month or whatever on the boat. It took a long time. But I just like, I'm going to do a review on it. And I was like, I'll do a channel. And that was my first video, an unboxing of a HLG clone from China. And you know what? The light worked. It grew. It was great. I used it, and I started doing videos. And that was my introduction to it. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay. So basically, just, you just got your start with your buddy, and you slowly built up to just doing review videos. What got you more into wanting to do like the cannabis side of content?
Well, listen, it wasn't even a review video. It was just, I was that. And then I started growing it, and I'm like, oh, okay, YouTube. And I'm like, what's the rules on cannabis stuff? And I seen other people, and I seen, Mr. Canuck grows. I'm like, oh, he's Canadian. I mean, it's legal here in Canada. It's been legal here in Canada for a very long time. And I'm like, you know what? We'll see what it is, right? It became, I was doing all my grows on YouTube, and then I was doing more unboxing videos and doing more stuff. And this became, it's a business for me, right? So again, it's one of those things where it's a business. I mean, it is a business, but I'm growing it for my medicine too. So, but now that I classified it as a business, I can write stuff off and I can buy stuff, do some unboxing videos, try to make some content to drive sales and try to make some money. And at the same time, make some money, make some write-offs, and then, keep doing the same thing. So I was always doing the cannabis stuff because I need, my back is screwed up, man, especially in these rainy days. It hurts, man. So again, it was just that amount of money that the government was charging was ridiculous. So I'm like, I'm going to take this in my own hands, make my own stuff, and make it cheaper and make it better and all that good homegrown goodness.
So what age did you start smoking then?
Oh, dude, when did Five on It come out by Lunez? I remember that song
I
coming
got
out.
five on it.
Yeah, dude, that was a game changer song when I was a kid, man. It was like, yes, it was amazing. That fucking thing. I had that tape. You would have to fucking hit it on rewind, and before then, the actual first time was at this dude's house. No, that wasn't the first time. First time was fucking give me a fucking screwdriver, some tin foil, and a fucking and some whatever. We made a pipe out of some tin foil. Had a nickel bag from the boys, and I was living in Florida at the time, and you got nickel and dime bags for you youngins. That's $5 and $10 bags. It was crazy, man.
So some legitimate Mexican brick.
Oh, it was more probably, I don't know where it came from in Florida at that time in the 90s. It probably came from somewhere, not Florida. Then once I advanced into my career, I then found a guy who was growing it in his closet, and he had the dro, and it was like, oh shit, he's got the dro, and it was like, fuck it, it was whatever. But I mean, that was when it started. Really, was a tinfoil pipe, made out of with a screwdriver and some stuff from my buddy's place, and it took me like 5 or 6 times, like of smoking a lot out of that pipe, before I was actually medicated. And then once that hit, it was like, yeah, it was like everyday thing. Not an everyday thing, but I mean, as a kid, it was like whenever I wasn't doing stuff like football. I was playing football as a kid. I didn't do it then, but I wish I would never would have played football. But again, it is what it is,
So football's how you messed up your back.
Yeah, I was a defensive lineman, and I was the smallest kid. I was the smallest kid on the team, pretty much. There was some huge giants in Florida playing football, man. It was the real deal. Football as a high school thing, it was hitting it hard, dude. So yeah, if I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't be as bad today, if I had to guess.
Okay, so I know you touched base on starting in Florida, but are you originally from Canada and moved to Florida? Okay.
Yeah, my dad got into some sort of lottery for a fucking resident alien shit, and then we moved. I moved down when I was in like 3rd grade or 4th grade or something like that, and then I fucking all through high school, all through that stuff in Florida. And that's where I grew up, and that's my roots are in Southern Florida for sure. 305, baby.
Okay. So see, I'm learning something new too. We've been friends for a while now, and now I'm even learning stuff. And also you touch base on Canadian law as far as being able to claim taxes on your cannabis items. So maybe explain that you guys are fully legal to the point where you can actually use those things on your taxes now.
Well, it's not even that it's that. So that's more my content creation business that I'm allowed to, write that stuff off. So any sort of unboxing video that I do, so I buy a product.
Okay.
And I'm that's there's like these NAICS codes and stuff in Canadian tax law, and it's stupid complicated. But regardless, it's creating content, right? So I buy that to create the content. Yep. I'm writing it off depending on what it is, and then I'm also then to be able to test these products in a grow. Well, I need to need to be able to grow it, so I need to write off my fertilizer and my and everything, right? So all of my costs throughout the year, most of the stuff comes off Amazon or some website. I just forward it to myself. I put it in a file that says income and or not income, receipts for this year. And at the end of the year, me and the wife, we go through, we put it in a spreadsheet, and we send it off to my accountant, and he does his magic. And I usually pay less tax because of the write-off. So again, shirt. Well, this is not my shirt, but I bought this shirt. I wrote it off. Any shirt that I buy now, I put my logo on it, and I'm advertising my channel. I'm writing that off. So it's like, to be able to spend the money before the tax man gets it is always a good thing. Whether you're in the States and right now, look at the Hollandale 305 in the chat. Yeah, I was Hollywood, baby. I was right close to Hollandale. It was like 3 blocks that way. That's funny.
The New Yorkers, they know all about the snowbird travels to Florida, man. They love that. They love that. I used to work for the New York Times, and that was the big thing that everybody talked about was, yeah, it's cold. I'm going to Florida. I'll see you next season. So, I mean, that's cool. So it basically, you are doing the same thing that I do as well, because most people don't realize that if you're utilizing it in a capacity for content creation, not the other portion, right? You're not making sales or anything off that other stuff. Everybody knows that we're using it for actual medicine, following legal rules. But yeah, so you can actually do that for the content creation side of the American portion too, which is something to keep in mind if you make content creation out there. You know, you're not utilizing it in a fashion other than to try to make content. But yeah, so with that being said, we also know that you're a bit of a gamer. When did you first kind of realize that like gaming and smoking kind of blended together for you?
I was back in Florida, man. Back in the days, I built my first computer. Well, I didn't build my first computer. I bought my first computer. I worked at my dad's restaurant and saved up a bunch of money. Bought a computer, a 486 SX, because the DX was a little bit too much for I didn't need that math processor for the shit I was doing. And I built it. I needed more RAM because I wanted to play Leisure Suit Larry. And yeah, dude, that was Leisure Suit Larry was pretty dope back in the day as a kid, man. That was funny shit. And it came with a beta, no, it didn't come with beta. It was VHS, but it came with a VHS tape of how to install the RAM into the computer. So I pulled my computer apart, put the RAM in it, and started playing video games on that computer, man. Probably should have got the math processor, but I didn't. And it was like, again, I spent a lot of money on the computer back in the day. So that's when, and then that was before my smoking career, but that was then once gaming came in and did that stuff. Like, I mean, to me, it's a power up, man. You need to power up before the game. You need to get in the zone, and cannabis definitely helps with that for me.
Yeah, no, I can fully agree with that. But Leisure Suit Larry, that brings back some funny memories, because I remember like the video that they showed for the release of that was like him and 2 chicks in bikinis, and like he was playing quarters, popping them in in the shot glass.
Yeah. The first version was on a disc, man. It was on a floppy drive, and like it was a 3.5-inch. It was the game. The whole game was on that. It was like, and it was text. You had to fucking write it, right? And then it got to the point where it was now it's clickable, and now that's the one. That's the like Leisure Suit Larry 7 or something like that. You know what I mean?
That's wild. That brings back some memories. What would you say is probably your favorite game from that era?
Man, me and the boys, we put a lot of hours in the Medal of Honor Allied Assault. That was when that was the first one, really, the Medal of Honor. That was the big one, and then Call of Duty came out right after that. Like the first Call of Duty, and we were playing with a bunch of guys, and we had a team, and we were playing like ladder matches and stuff like that. And it was like Search and Destroy or whatever the hell. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was Search and Destroy on the V2 map in Medal of Honor. That was, again, good stuff. So but then that first Call of Duty came out, and we were still doing. This is back when you had private servers, right? You had to actually find a server online to be able to connect to. And the team, the squad that we had, it was the Bad Ranger Company, the BRCs. there was a bunch of us. Actually, I still have a few guys that have reached out on Steam because that's where it eventually got to. But we played Call of Duty there. We had our own server, and we did a shipment server that was it was so ridiculous. It was like 60 versus 60. It was 120 people on shipment, and it was just you died and you spawned, you died, spawned, you died. Unless you got away from the spawn point, and then you could aim at a spawn point and you could level up your gun. We spent hours and hours and stupid hours playing that game where it was so bad that it was just like it was just shipment, man. The birth of shipment. That was a good map.
Shipment. That's that. I mean, obviously, to this day, shipment on Call of Duty is a standing, traditional map that comes out almost every year with every game now, which is great. I will say, like, if it's a good leveling map to where you can kind of level your guns, get some camos done really fast. I mean, it's kind of like Nuketown, right? Like, it's just
exactly.
It's just a traditional thing that you bring out if you have that game, which is man, it's crazy to think that games back then and maps back then have become a staple into the current generation. It's just gotten to the point where, if you guys got it, smoke it for sure. But it's just gotten to a point that, they just kind of bring them back because we all want nostalgia, right? Like, we go into a game, even though they make this brand new pretty game, we're like, nah, bring back this map. We want to grind, right? But with that, so obviously I know that we play a lot of Battlefield together now, and we're planning on playing Call of Duty, I believe. We'll probably play the multiplayer. I don't know about you. Are you much of like a camo grinder? Do you like to camo grind on different weapons?
I did that back in the day, but that's not. I don't have time for that shit anymore, man. As an adult, I just want to play. Just want to play, baby.
I mean, that's fair. Usually, I won't lie. You're gonna notice when we play the new Black Ops is the one thing that I do. I still grind camos. I try to get most of my weapons leveled up before it'll drop in Warzone. But I don't know when they're gonna drop the new Warzone Black Ops stuff.
They're not even talking about it much, eh? And it's supposed to be that next version of Blackout. But I'll believe it when I see it. I don't want to get my hopes up and then be let down because Blackout in the BR family of gaming. I didn't play PUBG when it came out. I didn't play Fortnite when it came because Fortnite was probably the OG. Either that or PUBG. Blackout, I stayed on it I didn't even buy. I always buy Call of Duty every year. That was the first year I didn't. I stayed on Blackout for an extra year. Never went to Warzone. So,
what?
Oh, I'm just saying. I'll believe it when I see it if it's a Blackout-esque version.
No, 100%. Yeah. You know what? Why don't we do that real quick? Why don't we load up? Have a toke with everybody. Everybody can cheers, crumble, all the stuff that you got. If you got it, light it up. This is what it's about.
Nerds and herbs. Nerds and herbs, baby.
Nerds and herbs. Yeah, we got to make sure that you guys understand. Smoking, token, and gaming. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any harvest coming up? Anything interesting coming up?
No, not right now. I just harvested. I've sent my. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Let's bring this into the picture because I'm trying to figure this out. I have had. This is my first time having a rosin. I am solely a washer, a freeze drying, fresh frozen. This is what I do now. I mean, you can't really see it, but I've got jars here. I got jars there. Yeah, I've got jars everywhere. I've got whatever. But this is the first sort of one that I have had that has come out super translucent, clear, staying fresh press the longest. These two right here were done on the same day, and I guess it's kind of hard because on the side of the wall here, these are just small amounts. This one's ready to consume and nice and crumbly, and this one is still tacky, hard, gooey. I've tried whipping it a few times. That hasn't worked, and now I'm down to putting it in some water, like 90 or 100 degree water, and letting it sit, and hopefully this heat curing. Again, apparently in a perfect world, you would put it on like on top of a like if you had an old register, I mean, I don't know, you're rad. I know some people don't like call being, you know what a rad is? Do you know what a rad is?
A radiator. Yeah.
Yeah, they're rad. Yeah, exactly. It's common knowledge that a rad is a radiator. Like it's just.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Rad?
You said radiator?
Radiator. Yes, a radiator.
I'm from Canada, so I call it a radiator.
No, it's a rad.
Yeah.
It's a rad.
That's fair.
You've heard it called a rad before? No?
I mean,
older gentlemen.
I don't know.
No?
Like rad. I think rad was a term really like when people were like doing something cool. Like that's pretty rad.
Yeah, sure. I get that version of rad as well. But if you're like, my car broke down, and somebody goes, well, what went wrong? And you're like, my rad fucking blew a fucking gasket or something. You know what it was. Rad.
Yeah. I actually live in a really old home, so I have radiator heat. I have so
yeah. You can sometimes put it on top of those on a plate, and it'll heat cure good, or like a seedling mat or something. But the guy who has this version of this doesn't have any of those things. So instead, like, I'm not putting it in the oven, you know what I mean? So I'm trying like 100 degree, it's because it doesn't stay warm long in a solo cup. I guess if I had something more insulated, it might. But I've never done heat curing, so it's a new thing. I'm learning something.
So that brings up a really good point. I've never even heard of heat curing. I've only ever heard of cold curing. Can you explain the process on heat curing?
No, I can't.
I mean, I had to ask, right?
Can't do it. I've never done it. It's not, to me, heat is an enemy.
Yeah, destroyer.
Terps. It's of everything, right? Heat, light, whatever, right? So I've never looked into it. But now, that being said, now that I have this one that is not, some guy showed me, I asked this guy who had a whole bunch of jars like me, and he'd been doing it for a while. I'm like, what do you think about this? He goes, yeah, dude, some of them are like that. It just happens. It depends on how much you dried it, blah, 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 all this stuff. He goes, look at this jar. This has been 3 weeks, and it was like halfway done curing. And I'm like, oh 3 weeks? Usually takes 5, 6, 8 days cold curing. You know what I mean? And this thing was 3 weeks. So clearly there is types of rosin that comes out that's a little bit harder to process, and that's one of these. So
okay. I mean, that's the first. I mean, I look forward to seeing your results. Obviously, I'm going to follow up and wherever you post. Keep in mind that if you're not following, which you probably should be, 420 Things, definitely go follow 420 Things Grows. The dude's, his grows, he is the king right now of things I've seen as far as drips in little cups. I mean, I seen this man grow straight, just Christmas trees out of a cup. So I have to give him credit where credit's due. Fantastic. Make sure you're following that, man.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Thanks. But yeah, no, I like the cups, man. That is my new. Listen, I feel like just like pulling a computer apart, trying to figure it out, trying to update the RAM with a freaking tape. It's something to like that sort of that whole like nerdy process. I'm trying to figure it out, man. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. And this is my 3rd or 4th run, and I'm going to be very hard pressed to go back to bigger containers. I don't know why I would. I really don't. I don't know why I would.
Yeah.
I like this.
And I don't know if you knew much about my grows, but I'm an organic grow typically. Like I always just, I've done it since I started. So I just kind of stuck with it. But I realized that like I want to have more talking points with people and be able to actually know about things. Because like you, I'm a nerd of data. I love data on like just everything. It just helps me function better. It's ADHD. I need some way to control it, you know? And so I'm looking forward to trying the new method with drips. I mean, obviously I'm using a bit bigger than you. I'm going with the 2-gallon cocoa. However, I really want to give it my best shot of having success. So I knew that I needed something that was more lax on time, which allows it to dry back a little bit longer, right? However, I look forward to trying it and getting your input. You know, obviously I'm asking around too. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, dude. It's going to be real fun.
Yeah. And listen, I'm still, this like I said, it's only my 3rd or 4th run, and that's about my 5th run of cocoa. So cocoa I'm new to as well. I was always a pro mix. I've done Rockwell back in the day when I was helping Buddy at his grow. We did Rockwell. We did like little small 4-inch Rockwell cubes in a 3x3 tray, probably flood tray, or maybe it was a 4x4. Anyways, fill that sucker up and just put clones in and go, and that's in that rock will, man, those plants grow like snot, right? So cocoa's pretty close though, man. When I did it, I was like, oh, okay. It's pretty aggressive. I've done the RDWC. I did that for one run and was like, this is way too hard on my back. So I went away from it. It was explosive growth too.
Right.
But man, the cocoa, and I did. I'm not proud of it, but I did. No, I'm not. Not that I'm not proud of it. I'm proud of the fucking. Some might call it user error, but I did organics inside, and I did GMO cookies, and it was probably one of the tastiest flowers I had in a long time. And I'm like, that's it. Nope, never again. I'm always gonna be doing organic. And then I got the fucking fungus gnats from hell. My wife was like, "Man, we have fruit flies upstairs, and this isn't even the time for fruit flies. I don't get it." And I go, "Yeah, those might be fungus gnats you're seeing," because it was bad. And I battled them and battled them and battled them, and I was like, "That's it, never again." And I went away from. Or I do organic outside, actually. Let me rephrase that. Outside, I put a bunch of stuff. You're going to get bugs outside no matter what you do because it's outside. But I have cut down on the fungus gnats outside. I don't get fungus gnat problems outside, so that's cool. Yeah, man, it's so to say, like I'm lucky that it's working because Panero's in the chat and he used cocoa and he's like, I don't do runoff at all, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, I've always thought watering cocoa was that 30% dry back, 20% runoff, and yeah, like I just I just want to get it in there, but it's a lot of waste, and and I get it, and maybe that's why it's a bit aggressive, and maybe a non. And again, I'm interested to see you because you, like you said, you're going to be doing longer dry backs to see what you think about it. And I know Panero loves it. I think his are those bottom feeding pro pots or pot pros.
Autopot.
Autopots.
Okay, yeah, autopots are cool. I do have autopot systems. Like right now, I'm using the Tray to Grow, so I do like it. But I'm not using cocoa, and maybe that's where my changes can happen.
Yep. Well, apparently you can do it with cocoa too. Let's talk to Panero. He seems to have good luck with it. You know what I mean? And he has a lot of user error.
Tons of user errors. Yeah, that's the running thing right now, right? Everybody be user error. I mean, I know I messed up this time too. I didn't do preventatives. That was my user error. Fuck.
Yep.
I should have kept the bugs away. Definitely do your preventatives, especially using, like you said, organics, because they do definitely is what it is. They bring it in. What do? You fix it and move on, right?
Yep. But bugs suck. So yeah. Write that down. Bugs
he does what he wants. Bugs suck. Hashtags. But with that, man, I know we're kind of talking about gaming and cannabis. Like, can you think of a time that maybe, like, I don't know, were you ever too high to play a video game?
Listen, I get too high all the time. I have some pepper sitting over here, especially with dabs. You got to be careful with dabs, and dabs a fine line, man. Like I like dabs because I don't have to go out and smoke.
Right.
A full doob or a small doob or a half of big doob or listen. Florida was blunts, dude. After the homemade freaking aluminum foil pipe there, it went from that to blunts, and that was a Florida thing. That was like everybody had a blunt. So, but I can't smoke a full blunt to myself these days. I don't need to. I don't. I get to that point where it's like you're like too high. Yeah, I was too high once. I almost had to like curl up in the corner. I was playing a video game and it was like, blackout, and we were all in the helicopter and we went up as a squad up to the windmill, and we're on the windmill, and somebody fucking sees the helicopter, so they start shooting at us, and then all of a sudden it's fucking, I don't know if we landed on the one with the fire to have the extra smoke, and I started freaking out, and I'm like, I'm too high for this, and I'm too high. Literally, I'm afraid of heights. All of a sudden, about 10 years ago, it just started, and I'm like,
Oh no!
Get me off of this fucking. I just jumped and I left. I couldn't deal with it. Too high.
That's funny.
×2.
Yeah, that's funny. Blackout, I think, was the last time I was too high to play a video game. Actually, because I usually try to. I don't smoke a lot. Like a lot of people think that I smoke a ton, but I smoke such little amounts because I work a lot, so I'm only smoking it in the evenings or like when I don't have stuff to do, and it's personal preference, But I love to grow my own medicine, and I help like my neighbors and I just for free, just try to help them out, man, because other people can utilize your stuff if you're not smoking it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. No, it's that's me with my back, man. My back gets to a point where it's like, holy jeez, it locks up. It does whatever. I put some heat on. I have a little bit of a dab, and I am feeling usually better. And then other times where it's just like it can't help me do it. Like today, I got Tylenol back and this back and that back and some of this and some of that. And I have found one strain though that helps my back more than others, which is cool. It's the I don't know what it's called these days. It's got so many names, but it's the HG TV unreleased.
Oh, the watermelon emoji.
Yeah, that's the other name for it, and it helps my back. So I did another experiment with the cups last time, and you know what? Like I would have done the same if I wasn't using the cups. I would have done the same experiment with like a 4-pot setup or whatever. But I was able, in the tray that I do and in the cups, because I have 24 watering spots, I was able to cross several strains with another strain and made a bunch of seeds. And the amount of seeds that I got off of a plant that come out of a cup like this, if I was going to use those seeds one at a time moving forward, I would have more seeds for the rest of my life than I needed. It was a ridiculous amount. So anybody who's like, I want to try some breeding, and you don't want to do it outside because you don't want to mess up your neighbor's plants. Even though some people do, it is what it is. But you can do it in a small space. You could do it in a 2x2. You could cross 2 plants in a 2x2 and have more seeds than you'll ever need, which is crazy. So to me, it was a cool experiment. It was a cool nerdy thing to learn about how to do, breeding, because it's not something I did before, not that long ago. So now I'm an expert. I'm an expert.
Super expert. It's really nice to see that you get to do that now, like in just a small space. Like I think that's pretty great. I have to take 2 seconds. I wouldn't ever do this typically, but I have to. I've been using the restroom, and I have to pee, man. There's just no holding it. There's no hold it, chat. There's no holding it. This is
first episode, ladies and gentlemen. First episode. User
error. I erred on the side of I didn't feel like I had to go. See, this is the old person bladder, right? Like as you get older, it just starts to get harder to hold it. I'm old.
It's almost Go. I'll hold the floor here for a minute.
Yeah, 1 second. It's be real fast.
So ready? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. No, I'm not going to hold it like that. But listen, for him to have to do this is hilarious, because this I'm like, just go live, see if it works. And he's like, nope, not doing it. No, I'm not going live unless I'm ready to be live. And this definitely user error. What is up, Frankie's, Panero, KJ, Frankie's, Panero, KJ. These are the 1, the 2s, the 3s, the Saul Bunions. Look at this. Yeah, everybody's out there, right? Like again, Nerd's a decent dude. He's not that good at whatever. He's kind of I'm slowly teaching him the ways of the grasshopper, and he's the sensei. I'm the sensei. He's the grasshopper. Yeah, I might have messed it up. Oh, look at Bissell's here too. But NerdClub said he was going to do this yesterday. I totally planned. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Doubtful. This man is. Saul, it's up, man. This man is a heckler for propertivity, and I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just go live. Let's see. I went live the other day and didn't do anything. But yeah, we were playing video games last night, me and him, and good thing we started last night, because I don't know about you guys. He said he was gonna be really quick. I have to think this is a number 2 situation, not a number one situation. I think he was lying.
All right, we're back.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I guess he's here. Maybe. No. We were just. Yeah. You fucking took. That was a long pee, man.
Was it?
It's a long pee. I think maybe you were lying, and it was a number 2 instead of a number 1.
A number 2? I mean, maybe it was an emergency deuce, but you know.
I know this is probably making you uncomfortable to talk about, but that's okay.
No, it's not.
You left, so
I left during my stream, so it's got to be funny. It's my fault. It's my fault, chat. It's my fault.
I don't hear you for some reason. When you point and talk like that, I do not hear you.
You should hear me now.
Yeah, it's.
Hey, I'm back.
Mr. Air.
They could hear me though. They could hear me there. I just.
They could have heard you. Just could.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
That's what happens sometimes when I push that mute, because they're just mute to Discord.
You're talking shit about me and not wanting me to hear, and all the guys here. What do you say? Number 2, I believe so. Yep.
It was potentially number 2. I mean, it could be.
I'm not gonna.
But it didn't embarrass me. But it's because it's funny. It's my fault. I held it. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Who does it? Like, I'm gonna stream and I'm gonna make it through this whole thing. Like, okay. So, like I said, first podcast in, we're gonna make some mistakes. This was definitely a user error. Okay, I'll own up. But
it's my user errors. This is dead. So,
like, at some point in time, though, I was thinking about discussing this with you too. Is that I might want to press to just try it, just to see what some of the stuff I grow can do, right?
Oh, you can't see it because you have me cut off.
You can't see what?
This.
Yeah, I know.
Press.
Yeah.
Press.
He's got one. You told me to cut you off this way. Just so you know, Chad, we sat together and we worked on this together.
Oh, don't worry. We already talked about that while you were gone pooping.
He kept me up late. That's what happens when you do your first one with a friend. Because then you don't have to be as professional. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to be professional the whole time. So, with that, do you have any like upcoming things or projects that you're doing that you haven't, you want to talk about or anything? Maybe something that exciting that you're doing soon?
Maybe something that's exciting. I'm not doing anything exciting. I'm doing just normal shit. I'm growing out some plants, going to see what they are, keep them mother. But I am during that process, my wife's going to have to take over. And I cut down the plants so it won't be as much water to go through. Because even with the small cups, I'm going through 25 gallons every couple of days with the high levels of water I'm hitting on them and the runoff twice a day. So I cut them in half, and now I'm heading down and being a nerd to go to Vegas, because Vegas has got the biggest like cannabis show, I guess you want to call it, conference, whatever. It's called MJ BizCon, and I'm going down for that. And now, while 90%, I would say, probably close to 90, maybe even higher, but there's a huge percentage of stuff that is not meant for somebody like me or you who is growing in their house. This is more of a like a industry thing. There's commercial. There's like 3 or 4 people from like some high-end grow, and this is like obviously a conference for them, a write-off as well for them, and and they're going there and they're looking at stuff that like fits on racks, and it's like built for like high-end stuff. But then there's a few companies, like there's like a press company, and there's a bunch of seed companies now. They're starting to do more home grower stuff. So it's right. I went 3 years ago, hardly any. Last year was way more. I'm hoping to see way more stuff this year. I know there's some people in the chat that have been to MJ BizCon. I know some that may be going this year and may not even be going to the conference. They're just not going to go to the conference. They'll be around, and everyone's hanging out afterwards at the, either at Old
Trap
Vegas
house.
or whatever you call it. No, the Trap House. Yeah, that's a Discord they're in. That's a Discord they're in, baby.
Got it.
Yeah. Trap House. That is a very good. If I was guessing what that was, that's a trap and that's a house. Very nice, Saul. I like it.
Nice.
So yeah, MJ Biscott. It's a good trip. You know what I mean? But it's also a good thing for my back too. It's desert. It's dry.
So the heat really
I'm
helps your
going for
back.
a long time. Yeah. Well, it's the dryness. I really think it's the rain and the barometric pressure that really changes. Apparently, is what somebody told me that's what it is that's affecting it.
Right.
And pressure, I get it, and you know what I mean. Like, there's just not that stuff in Vegas, right? Like, I have a 4-pack, and I'm on year 2. This will be my 3rd year of fucking lip chap. I think it's still good, right? Is lip chap good after 3 years? I bought a 4-pack, and I take one down with me every year. I don't use lip chap anytime, ever. My wife goes through it all the time, but in Vegas, man, you need it, dude. Like, your lips get super dry, dude.
Right. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to Vegas. I think I went to Vegas when I was 21, and that was it.
Yeah, I like Vegas, man. I've been there 5 times now, and 3 of those have been, or this will be the 3rd time, will be because of MJ. So yeah,
Nice.
I like that it gets me there.
It's a good time to spend out there, I guess, right? Get connections and make friends.
Yeah, shake hands, talk to people, and people that you've seen just over on the other side of the screen, versus hanging out with.
Right.
And like last year we had a house. I think there was 12 of us in the house, all just dudes that either met once or twice, maybe once, maybe not never, you know what I mean? But we were all hanging out on the internet and being nerds and just
Right.
finding a little
Common
spot
ground.
that where the crew hangs out. You know what I mean? You gotta get your boys into one spot, and then it's like, Vegas. And then you try to talk guys that don't want to go there because it's like, it's Vegas. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Vegas.
Right.
Like it's better than Pennsylvania in the winter or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I hate it here. The Midwest, the cold sucks.
yeah,
It really sucks. So
yeah, man, that's exciting. I guess that's exciting.
no, that's good. That is exciting. I mean, last year, what Mike Tyson got to do something like that. Mike Tyson's cool with this all. Who went out there last year? Was it Astro? Got the recordings, just snuck in.
Yeah, Astro was doing recording for Fast Buds, and he was doing something, and then all of a sudden it was like, here comes Bud Trainer, Kurt and H. They're running. We're like, where the fuck you going? And they're running by, like, Mike Tyson's over here. And like, we heard he was over here. They're like, yeah, we were just there. No, he's over here. So then everybody went, and we all went, and he was there, and he was leaving, and Astro just started doing Astro's thing. He's got a lot of cool equipment and camera gear and stuff like that. So
Yeah. He's got like a professional camera.
Dude, he's got multiple professional something. You know what I mean? He's got this, he's got that, he's got
That shit's cool.
bags of shit. Yeah. Equipment. Yeah, it is cool. It's above my pay grade though. I don't be messing with that.
Nah, that's too much money for me. I am good.
I can't even figure out the cheap stuff I have though. That's the problem.
So, I know earlier we kind of talked about upcoming things. Do we have any upcoming streams that we're doing? What are we doing next?
Listen. I'll stream. I'm gonna stream today for sure. I know that you don't like to stream, as we talked about this also while you were peeing. That you don't like to stream unless it's official and you want to be proper. And I am not that. I want to stream. I'm gonna game and I want to shoot the shit. And
Yep.
it gets to a point where you play the multiplayer and talk shit with the boys, or you get down and dirty and you get locked in and you're calling shit out and you're listening for things you can't be hearing other stuff. You know what I mean? Like I like to get immersed into the game like that. And everyone, sometimes some people, not these people in the chat, because no one's here from the chat that would talk shit about me. But sometimes I may crawl through a bush and fuck. I know there's a guy. I heard him. I know he's on the other side of this. I'll crawl over, try to find him, slow like. And while it's not exciting and it's not whatever, I still like to do it. That's a little bit of camping never hurt. Video games, because it's always going to happen.
Yeah, because you're going more for the dub than like kills and stuff. I know, 100%. I get it. Like I am a win chaser, but I also like to get them kills in. I won't lie. Kills are big for me. Like, but it also comes from the nature of that's what excites me about the BRs, right? I want to be able to fight those fights and also take the W, right? I mean, like kind of like Call of Duty kind of forces you in those scenarios where Red Sec does not. Which I need to get better about the win thing. I need to understand it's a slower game anyways.
Yeah, definitely a slower game, right? Like that. Even going back to Blackout, man, that was when that first came out, dude. Like you could hear and again, listen, they didn't have as much bullshit semantic audio that these games have. Like Battlefield is bad
Mix.
for it. So much stuff. You can hear the fucking four-wheeler coming from a mile away in Blackout. You're like, oh shit, here he comes.
Oh,
So you had, or you heard footsteps from over the
that's
hill
true,
and around the
Bizzle.
corner. It was crazy, right? You got to try it. So again, it's I like that sort of methodical fucking.
Yeah. So
Hearing is great.
and it's really surprising that knowing you and knowing that you don't like Tarkov, but you like that game. It's actually really surprising if you like that because Tarkov is very much so based on sounds, right? Taking your time. Combat situations, you got to be fast when it gets to them. But man, it's very like precise. Like it's very well.
Is that one third person or is it
Um,
first?
it's first person.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, yep, first person.
Listen,
But it's
I
like
heard about it.
very dark and like ammo, wounds. There are intricate things that you have to do to play because you have to heal and all that stuff, right? Like, but it's tough. It's a good challenging game. Once you learn how to do it, I don't know. It becomes very fun. Especially like while traversing the maps. Those are fun. Something I could talk about forever. I swear.
Chonky just showed up. You just seen it. You just seen it. What's up, Chonky?
Yo, what's up, Chunky? Cheers,
yeah,
everybody.
no,
I appreciate everybody stopping in, by the way, today.
Yeah,
I know
too.
we were chit-chatting and bullshitting, but I forgot to thank you guys as well. Like, I appreciate you guys for being here and watching and hanging out and, hitting the likes. I appreciate all the likes that you guys do. Like, all that stuff matters. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Panero, I think that was the first thing he said when he came in. Hey, smash that, smoke that like button or whatever. He's got.
Yeah.
We were taking a bet that he had it on a controlled pace,
Yeah.
what I mean? A little hot key, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
that's above his pay grade. He types it every time, baby. He's always in the chats.
Dude, yeah, you just be supporting everybody. Like, it's nice to see that in the community. Everybody doing that, going out, Like, I love that stuff.
Every one of these guys here, every one of these guys, I know all these guys. These are good dudes, man.
Very good dudes.
Yep,
I appreciate the subscribe too, man. That's awesome. Hopefully, I make some more enjoyable content, less errors on my end. But yeah,
definitely.
Hopefully we get better though at working on that red sec thing. I was talking about that. Like, this is what I want the conversations to really be, very casual. I want it to be open, right? Like, I want everybody to get to really know who's on stream, hanging out with them. I think it's a good time, a good way to connect to people and other communities that we may not already know exist. But yeah.
Shout out to the crew. Yeah, no, listen. Gaming's gaming and it's fun and it's all whatever. But it gets to a point where, not that I take it serious, but listen, I want to play video games. I want to have a good time.
Yep.
And B, I want to motherfucking win every fucking time. You know what I mean? So if that means, listen, that goes back to them BRC days when we were playing Medal of Honor Allied Assault. We would play and practice, and we would practice twice a week, where it was an hour or 2 hours, whatever the fuck it was. We'd go over drills. We'd go over our walk through the map of how the layout's going to go. And it was, and it was, like I said, it was a lot. I forget that it was like a website. You had to do this. It was a bunch of shit. Back then, it was a lot more difficult to play like a ranked version of gaming. But that's why I take it serious, man. I'm like, I go back to those days, and everybody being part of the team, and sort of everyone had the role. One guy always had a shotgun because he was a master at the shotgun, and it was like, there's times where shotgun doesn't work, but he can make it work. You know what I mean? So it was like, boom, we had to plan around him. It was just it was the thing, right? And again, it was fun. There was nothing wrong with it. And he was on our team, so you make it work, right? So again, that's that sort of relationships, and that's all online too, right? I never met any one of those dudes. Actually, one guy, he lived 20 minutes from me, so I knew him. You know what I mean? Other than him, I never met any of those dudes. So again, it's that sort of internet camaraderie that I've been doing since the 90s, man.
Right.
The 90s.
That's crazy, dude. It's really good to hear that because, like, some of my best friends actually that I've met are actually through gaming. Like, we connected, we bonded over similar things, and we're like, hey, fuck it. It's no different than being friends with somebody in person. You don't ever see them as an adult anyways.
Yeah, exactly, right? Unless they're coming over for a barbecue or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You don't realize that's just
why.
That's how friendship works.
Yeah, and you know what? This sort of combo of nerds and herbs, and like that's whether it's the nerds in the gaming community or the not the IT, but more the like the computer geeky side of it. Like what kind of you got some upgraded RAM? What the hell is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's just
Like my computer's all white because I wanted it to look aesthetically clean, and I wanted it to be this. And again, it's just nerdy shit. But I find that the cannabis community is very similar, where you got this nerdy guy, not a nerdy guy, but that stickler or that this OCD or whatever you want to fucking call it, and everything's so perfect and it's aligned and it's fucking crossed and and they're doing weird nerdy shit, and also they're great guys to fucking hang out with and meet, and whether you meet them in person, like when we're going to Vegas, we're gonna hang out, or you don't, you're just hanging out chatting on fucking Discord or fucking on the thing here. It's the same kind of. I think it goes well together, is what I think.
Yep. And we'll get a Discord link out to everybody too. That'd be another thing that I'll leave in the chat. Like, yeah, we want people to connect. Like that's the goal, right? To all the Discords.
And then you get buddies with buddies, and then you see them, and your buddy. I can go on. I just go on. I don't even go to Discord. I don't go. I'm going to go to this Discord. I go on to my friends list. I go, who's on Discord right now in a voice chat? And I go, oh, he's in that one. He's in that one. I'm like, I haven't talked to him in a minute. I'll go jump on that one and just jump in and start shooting the shit. So that's Discord's good for that, man. It's good for this community and good for this type of stuff. So.
100%. Especially with everybody trying to lock us down, YouTubes and all the other stuffs. You got to do work where you live. Whatever the saying is, that's the wrong expression, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that makes any sense, dude. Work where you live?
That's not what I meant.
That was the pandemic.
I was high.
I hope so.
I was high when I said that, Ricky.
I thought you said you weren't going to smoke before this.
I know. I smoked with you during you, yeah. I guess you didn't see that section.
During me?
During, like, when you were up on the screen.
Oh.
Sus.
Okay.
But
hidden one.
Yeah. But it was because you were talking and I didn't want to interrupt, and you were taking your dab.
Yeah, I feel you.
I figured I would take a little one, but typically, I probably won't smoke too much on these streams. Maybe at the end, with like the last 10 minutes,
Yeah. Because that it definitely gets like. Oh wait a minute, there's chat there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of chat.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. That's what I mean. Like once you get a little bit too inebriated, it may become an lines issue. May blur. They blur a little bit.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was like, I bet they may blur between like just a gaming chat and like I'm on stream. I'm having an interview. No, this was a good one for me because I'm able to have, like I said, a friend on stream, so he's gonna understand my little mishaps. I figure that's a good way to start something, and then I'll get into more like other people that I'm gonna stay sober probably for those ones, right? Like I just feel like the me sober during interviews is better than the me high. And it's something that you have to kind of have awareness on, right?
100%. We did a live the other day.
Patos Locos for life. Yeah, carnal.
It was so bad. It was so everyone smoked way too much. Everyone knew it. And it got off the rails, man. It was still okay, and I don't know if it was enjoyable, but I was on the thing, and there was a bunch of people talking, so I just kept smoking, and I was like, damn,
I'm really high.
Smoked a lot now. Yeah. So again, it's a thing. Listen, you're gonna do some work. You're gonna fucking. I can do some work. High, but not everything.
Yeah,
it's not. It's this point of diminishing return. Gaming, fucking bring it on, baby. That is that. And listen, I don't drink Monsters or energy drinks anymore. But if in the past I combined some little bit of Chronic and a little bit of fucking Monster or Red Bull or insert whatever you have, and that sort of like you get into that fucking zone, and then you fucking
You're like, man, I'm gonna play the hell out of this game till whenever I fall asleep.
With the energy drinks, you don't fall asleep, so it's even better.
Yeah, I'm
all-nighters, man. All-nighters.
4 or 5 in the morning. I remember times like that. See, dude, Call of Duty. I used to do those all the time with the Call of Duties. Midnight release, and then just stay up. I know one time I stayed up so late to Prestige the first time in day one. Yeah. Dude, that was a fucking hell of a trip. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, we used to do those. So my brother's place in his basement once, I forget what release it was, but exactly before you could download the game. What? Hello?
Sorry. Chunky Nug said something about, I responded out of habit, but Chunky Nug said something out of, just saying that, does Norma G have me on a guide? But I want you to continue on.
Yeah. Well, this is episode 1, man. But yeah, you need
Yeah.
Norma G is the dude. He's got a good list of stuff, and if you wanted to look at kind of stuff, you go to his shit, and you can see, oh, it's Saturday, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
you know,
it is really cool that he does that, man. Norma is like a
Yeah.
definitely big supporter in the cannabis community, like 100%. And plus, he does like he'll showcase your gaming and stuff, I'm sure too.
Well, but listen, he's in bed right now. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
no, he's
yeah.
probably up right now. No, he's up
You
right
think
now.
so?
This is this is a decent time for him. It's anything after this. The shit that's on at 7, 8 o'clock at night Eastern time.
That's probably tough on him, right?
He should be in bed. You know what I mean? So whether he's in bed right now, who the fuck knows? Because maybe
when he does like the AC After Darks and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
dude,
that's amazing. He's dedicated.
Late.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I guess the community. That's where the community lies that he found. You know what I mean? Is that East Coast 8 o'clock time, and again maybe it's not so much on the right side of the pond as the left side of the pond,
right?
But maybe there's just not as much stuff for him to gravitate to, right? So,
right,
yeah,
that's really cool though, man. He like I said, he's a really cool guy. He definitely is full support of the community. It's so great, like to have somebody like that that's fully supportive of all types of communities. That's what you need in the industry, like in everything, right?
Yeah, and he brings people together, right? So I mean, it's not like, I listen. Norma G's a fucking G. There's no doubt about it. It's a 5. There you go. Geez, so it's a lot. You know,
it's a lot.
I did for a long time. I didn't know if Norma G was a dude or a lady. Then I talked to him, and I'm like, hey, he's a dude. He's a good dude. He's definitely a good dude.
Yeah, it's real good.
Norma G. What kind of weird name is this? I don't know. I didn't want to assume. Never asked or whatever. And then I talked to him. I'm like, oh, hey, man.
When I finally realized that, like, yeah, I kind of had the same experience because I didn't know. But he's very cool. He's very cool, very kind. He always very supportive. Yeah, just all around good person.
Yeah, man. He definitely is. So.
But, yeah, maybe we'll see us live on Twitch tonight. That's kind of maybe the thing. Maybe I'll do that too.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there. I'll probably be there shortly. Like it's 2 o'clock right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the Blue Jays, baby. This is at the time of filming
Seriousness?
this. The Blue Jays are going to the Game 7 of the World Series at home in Toronto. Ooh, man, if they win, I guess this is the most expensive sporting event in Canadian history because I guess the last time they went to the World Series, there was no $7,000-$8,000 tickets back then, and there was no nerdy dude who made up a ticket exchange site, you know what I mean, on the internet. So it's like there's there's thousands and thousands of dollars of tickets, but which is crazy because if you were like a season ticket holder, and there probably wasn't very many season ticket holders in the past, they're going to be more now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm rooting for you guys, man. I tell you what, like, even though I'm not a fan of their side, it doesn't matter. Like for me, that like my team's already out, so it doesn't matter, right? I gotta root for the team that I believe my friends deserve this win. My Canadian friends deserve this World Series, man.
Yeah, this year has been a good year for them. So listen. That I don't know if anybody's seen that fucking play. Yeah, let's go USA. USA. That fucking play last night. That was the ball went underneath the fucking thing, and they just threw their hands up like. Ah! It's not like the ball was hidden and it was. They fucking reached and grabbed it, threw it in. They should have done that originally. That's a stupid rule in my opinion, but there's that's why I don't watch baseball. There's a lot of stupid rules and stupid things in baseball.
I mean, sports in general. There's a lot of dumb rulings.
Baseball more than anything. Gotta have a good old hockey fight, you know. That's a good one.
My kid is very into baseball, so I have to. We don't watch all the time, but we definitely like playing. Kid loves playing.
Playing's different at kid sport level. They're not doing all this.
Yeah, they're not doing that. They're not. You know, have you ever seen the crazy? What's the banana team? The fucking crazy one.
That's the way I see that becoming more and more popular. It's the Savannah Bananas. Like
yes.
Yeah, it's out of Georgia. It's again, but there's a couple other teams in there. They're doing backflips and they're doing shit. And if a fan catches it, a foul ball in the if a fan catches it, they can see the fan can catch it. There's an out, dude. That's out. It's like, no, you're like, yeah, man, that's awesome. You know that they've incorporated the fans in it and stuff, and that I would go see that game every day of the week before I go see a Toronto Blue Jays game.
Really? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
Yeah. No, so you heard it from the man himself. We're going to be probably live again tonight. That's the end of this portion. We're going to probably end this and kind of go do our things. And, you guys will see us live. Probably what time your time you think you're going to go live? We'll base it off of his time he's going live.
I don't know. Listen, the game starts, I think, at 8, so it's definitely at 8. I'll be playing. I'll have the game. I'll have the score up just in the bottom corner of my TV here. To not infringe on MLB licensing rights. Probably take my stream down. So just the score. Maybe I'll set up a score cam.
Okay, score cam. So go ahead and let's see him later on Twitch. And in the meantime, guys, it's been real fun. Thanks for coming in, dude. Hopefully, you know what? Maybe we can make him a whole segment. I think we have a good enough vibe that we can find some shit to talk about, right? What do you guys think? Nah, I'm just messing because I don't think he has to be here more often. No, but
do a live gaming session. That's how you got to do it. You got to incorporate it into the. And then I'm not trying to tell you how to do your show, but obviously you could do some streams of the gaming to here where it's mindless gaming. And a little bit of talking over the mindless game, not the intense battle.
Yeah. So that might be something to do in the future too, like just to add that as its own season's own things. But for now, if you guys got anything tuned in for the rest of the night, come stop by on Twitch. You can find him at obviously the same thing, right? NerdGrowClub for me, but 420 Things is that the gaming too, or is
Yeah, listen, I've got some douchebag took 420 Things in a couple of spots, and I have it in a couple of spots, and I started on YouTube, and 420 Things wasn't a thing in YouTube, so I'm like, I grabbed it, I'm like, that's my stuff, and then I went to go get it, and Instagram, somebody already had it, and they haven't logged in 5 years, and so on 420 Things Gaming is my game, 420 Things Gaming, 420 Things, and then Gaming, 420 Things Grow, 420 Things Just Period. It's a plethora of stuff, man.
Okay.
Listen.
But you got that same tag on all of them, right? The 420 Things logo. You got him, so you'll be able to see who he is just by that alone. Right there. Remember that, colors and all. If you're not already watching, come watch. I appreciate you guys for stopping in for the first episode. We're gonna call that the end. But seriously, we'll go to full screen. I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. And seriously, again, thanks so much for stopping by. Have a great